Hello, welcome to this video. We are going to read, translate, and give you a few grammar phrases or grammar tenses you can use. And the other thing, follow-up questions. So which follow-up questions can you use to talk, can you talk about when practicing this activity? So let's begin right away. Cover me. Cover me, what's the meaning of cover me? Cover me, it means, for example, I will give you an example in a movie. In a movie when people are, for example, it's a war, someone is trying to run to the other side and people are shooting from each side and at your lash. One person will say to the other person, cover me, demeki, protect me, yani benikor. So in this case, cover me means protect me. And in this situation, let's read and understand what cover me means together. Situation, your coworker often asks you to cover for him. For example, yesterday he took an extra half hour for lunch and he asked you to tell the boss that he was in a meeting. Student A, your coworker wants you to cover for him. You're becoming fed up with his behavior and you're worried that the boss will catch both of you out. Student B, you need to take an extra half hour on your lunch break to pick up some medicine for your daughter from the pharmacy. Ask your coworker to cover up for you if the boss is around. Let's look at the suggested phrases. You're going to get both of us in trouble. The boss is very suspicious. I really need you to do me a favor. This is an emergency. Let's translate this. So, durum nedir? Your coworker often asks you to cover for him. Yani senin iş arkadaşı, coworker, sürekli sana sorar, lütfen patron sorsa benim için yalan söyler misin? So cover'ı ona korumak gibi sürekli soruyor. Demek ki seni yalan söylemek zorunda kalıyorsun. Örneğin, for example, yesterday he took an extra half hour for lunch and asked you to tell the boss that he was in a meeting. Dün bir extra yarım saat öğle yemek için almış kendine ve patron sorduğunda toplantıda olduğunu söylemelisin diye istemiş. İlk kişi ne yapacak? Your coworker wants you to cover for him again. Şu an yine ona korumasını ya da onun için bir yalan söylemesini istiyor. You are becoming fed up with his behavior and you're worried that the boss will catch both of you out. So fed up yani bıktım diyorsun, bıktım, I'm fed up. Bu durumdan, bu davranıştan bıktın. Davranış, onun davranıştan bıktın. And you're worried that the boss will catch both of you out. Ve merak ediyorsun, üzülüyorsun, yani korkuyorsun, worried. Korkuyorsun, patron bu durum hakkında öğrenecek, ikiniz yani yalan söylediklerini öğrenecek. Student B, you need to take an extra half hour on your lunch break. Yani ikinci kişi, sen extra yarım saat, senin öğle yemeği mesela 1 saat olsa sen 1,5 saat kullanmak istiyorsun çünkü kızın için, daughter, kızın için eczaneden ilaç alacaksın. Pick up, almak. So ilaç alacaksın, ilaç, medicine. Drugs değil, drugs uyuşturucu anlam veriyor. Ask your coworker to cover for you if the boss is around. Senin iş arkadaşına sor, sana korusun ya da patron gelse, if var, patron gelse ona sor seni korusun. Senin için yalan söylesin. Örnek kalıplar hangisi kullanabiliriz? You're going to get both of us in trouble. Yani ikimiz zor durumda, yani belada sokacaksın. Zor durumda bırakacaksın. Get both of us in trouble. The boss is very suspicious. Suspicious, şüpheli. So patron çok şüpheli olmaya başlamış. I really need you to do me a favor. Gerçekten bana bir iyilik yapmasını istiyorum. İhtiyacım var. This is an emergency. Bu acil bir durum. So bakalım, which phrases can we use? Which grammar tenses can we use besides the phrases? First of all, we look at the situation, and it has if clauses. So burada demek ki bizde konuşurken we are going to use if. So we can say if the boss, blah, blah, blah. So you can use if, or you can use when, o geldiğinde. You can use if or when. You should try to use some modal verbs. You should try to use the future. Maybe you can promise to give something to your friend to cover for you. So you try to use the future modal verbs and any other tenses that you are comfortable with. Do not use one tense. All right. Which follow-up questions can we do on this activity? Have you, yine tekrar, something to do with telling a story, talking about an experience. When talking about experiences, we use the present perfect. So that's why most of the questions are going to begin with have you ever, verb 3. Sizde, you can add questions there. So have you ever had to lie to your boss about anything? Yani patrona herhangi bir şey ilgili yalan söylemek durumda kendine hiç buldun mu? Bu durumda. Have you ever had to lie to your boss about anything? That's our first question. Başka ne sorabiliriz? You can give me some sample follow-up questions. What can we speak about in this activity? Another question would be, what rules do you have at your workplace regarding taking days off or hours off? You can ask this in a simple way. If you don't want to say the very long sentence, you can say, what rules do you have at your company? That's enough. I hope you have more questions for this activity. At least 1 or 2 questions will be amazing. Remember, we have to practice to ask questions. It's not an interview, it's a conversation. You ask questions, the other person asks questions, and you improve both in asking questions and in speaking or answering questions. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe.